Good morning, everybody, and happy Hawaiian Shirt Friday here from the AGC. Figured I'd bust out an Astros Hawaiian shirt this week after a good week of Astros baseball, leading into a weekend in New York City for the Stros. So this week at the AGC, on Monday, our board of directors met. So we had our quarterly board meeting, and each board meeting, the board hits on a strategic topic. And this quarter's strategic topic was the AGC value proposition. So it tied in a lot to these videos that you hear from me every Friday on is why AGC, and encouraging everybody to find their AGC story and what the AGC means to them. So we had about an hour and a half's worth of discussion within our board. Each of our directors shared what AGC means to each of them and their companies. So that's more personally to each of their stories, as well as how their companies are impacted by all the great things at AGC. So we had some really good discussion. The board is bought in and fully understands the need to share the AGC's value proposition with all of their teams. So that's the highest ranking executives of all of our board companies coming in, sharing their stories, hearing from each other. Common themes were roundtables and peer group discussions, how everybody learns from each other through the connections, which you've heard me talk about many times. Obviously, a lot of the themes that you've heard from me every Friday came up on Monday in our board meeting. So all of our board members recognize the value that AGC brings and are committed to sharing that so that we can continue to engage more folks, young folks, more senior folks, anybody who maybe hasn't been exposed to the AGC before. Spread the word. But I encourage everybody, find your story, whatever it is, your why AGC story that keeps you coming back. If you've got one, share it with somebody else so that they know, and then they can gather their own AGC story and bring more people in. So we want to gather that engagement, continue to improve, and see how else. We want to hear from everybody onto what their needs are so that we can always adjust. So thought it was some really good discussion from the board this week that I just wanted to highlight for everybody. So a really good, impactful board meeting from some of our chapter leaders. So continue thinking, what's your AGC story? What does AGC mean to you and your companies? And understand the full value of everything we do. So happy Hawaiian Shirt Friday again. Hopefully you're all wearing your shirts, and go Stros.